What you're witnessing actually happens. This is a sad story about bad math.
Bad math?
Does your online company include mounting?
You can't beat the online pricing.
When you add the mounting, the shipping, and all the extras, it's just simple math. We guarantee the lowest prices. Our Plus plan is simply better, a less expensive way to buy tires. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.
Spicy Pie, a great place to take the family out for lunch or dinner. Spicy Pie is much more than jumbo pizza slices. They offer a wide variety of menu items, including grinders, wings, tacos, salads, flatbreads, and even desserts. And remember, you can try any of your favorite toppings on a gluten-friendly 10-inch crust. Dine in or carry out. A new pizza creation added to the menu every month. Bringing New York-style pizza to the North Dakota Prairie. Spicy Pie, 1100 North Broadway in Beaver Ridge on Minot's North Hill.
Carson, timeout.
Who calls a timeout in this game?
Me, I'm icing the kicker.
Really?
It'll give us more time to talk about First Western Bank and Trust,
Like our convenient online banking.
along with smart trust service options.
We're all about hometown service with bankers that know you and the community.
Okay, go ahead and kick.
I don't believe this.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
Spicy Pie needs to be your only stop for the best in pizza, grinders, wings, tacos, salads, flatbread, and even desserts. They offer several specials throughout the week, including their Epic 14 football season special. Get any one topping 18-inch pie for just $14 with promo code EPIC14. Dine in or carry out. If you're looking for a place to watch your favorite sports team, Spicy Pie is the place with lots of TVs to watch the game. Dine in or carry out and kid-friendly, bringing New York-style pizza to the North Dakota Prairie. Spicy Pie, 1100 North Broadway in Beaver Ridge on Minot's North Hill.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Getting that perfect slice is satisfying, fulfilling, and rewarding too. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Slice to order makes a sub above.
Come from Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics.
This has been a presentation of the PSP Network. Thank you for joining us for the Scotty K Show. Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Spicy Pie. It's the Scotty K Show on this Wednesday night, on a beautiful Wednesday night, the final Wednesday night of October as we head to the end of the month and Halloween coming up on Monday and into November and or into the new month in November. And we got a lot to talk about here tonight on the Scotty K Show. I thank you for joining us. We're going to talk some playoff football. We have 3 teams that are still involved in the playoffs in the 4 teams that are still involved from our area in the playoffs. 1 in AA, that would be Minot High. We also have 1 in 11B, that is Velva Garrison, Drake Animus. And in 9B, we have 2 teams still involved. It would be the Surrey Mustangs and the West Hope Newburgh Glenburn, where if you talk about seeds, they upset a higher seed last week and moved on into the playoffs. We'll talk a lot more about playoff football later on in the show. Lane Fleur, the head coach, the West Hope Newburgh Glenburn Sioux, will join us. Also joining us tonight will be Larry Sandy via the phone from Velva Garrison, Drake Animus. And also we will also talk to the first-year head coach of the Surrey Mustangs, That would be Connor Hill. He'll join us live a little later on. We also have volleyball district tournaments starting across the state of North Dakota this week. I guess we have 8 districts that will start as the other 4 regions all play super regionals. But we do have one coming up here at the Minot City Auditorium coming up starting on Thursday, the District 12 tournament. And that leads us into what our PSP network plan is for the week. We have a lot of stuff that's going to go on. Thank you for joining us at the Spicy Pie here tonight. Thank you to the Spicy Pie for providing their venue here for us tonight. Tomorrow night, we'll have some district volleyball. District 12 volleyball starts at the City Auditorium, as I mentioned. We'll have, I do not know the exact schedule that we are doing here in the PSP network, but we will have some coverage of that coming up tomorrow, Friday night. We have a double hitter on the PSP network regarding playoff football in 11 AA. We'll have Mandan and West Fargo. That is a 6:30 start on the PSP network, 7 o'clock kickoff, as Mandan, the number 2 seed, will take on number 7 West Fargo. That will be provided, or play-by-play will be provided by our PSP network and our group, Todd Donmery, Scott Woodmancy, and Chuck Claremont down in Bismarck. And Nick Holberg will be in Fargo, as Minot High, the number 6 seed, will be on the road to take on Fargo Shanley in a quarterfinal matchup. Then Saturday we come back with a couple more football games. One in the 11B. That will be out in Velva Garrison, Drake Animus. One of the, one of 2 undefeated teams in the 11B playoffs still. They will play host to Dickinson Trinity. Trinity comes in 9-1 on the year. They are the number 4 seed. They are the number 3 seed from the, number 2 seed, from Region 4. Velva Garrison, Drake Animus is the overall number 2 pick in the state of North Dakota. And they'll play host. 1:30 pregame, 2 o'clock kick. Nick Hallberg will make the trip back from Fargo tomorrow or on Friday. And he'll be here for the call on that one on Saturday. And down in New Salem, Omont, the Holsteins will play host to Grant County Flasher in a 9B quarterfinal. And that'll be a 1:30 pregame and a 2 o'clock kick. So we hope you join us for football playoffs. Also, some district girls volleyball. Do want to let you know that down the road we will carry all 4 state championship games from the Dakota Bowl coming up in Well, second Friday in November, we will carry the AA, the A, the B, and the 9-man B championship games from the Fargo Dome in Fargo. One other note, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk a little Parks and Recreation. But do want to let you know, story released today, this morning by various media outlets, that the 3-class basketball proposal that we talked about a couple of weeks ago here on the show has reached their 60% approval. So what that means is the general membership now will send that proposal to the North Dakota High School Activities Association Board of Directors in the next 2 weeks. Reports are, if accepted and approved by the North Dakota High School Activities Association, that new 3-class basketball proposal for boys and girls basketball in North Dakota would go into effect in the 2023-24 season. Still, a lot of things are going to happen, but things are starting to fall in place. This is something that's been talked about in North Dakota for many, many years. But right now, this is as close as North Dakota has been to going to a 3-class system. We did have reports from several media outlets that no private schools in the state of North Dakota voted in favor of the 3-class system, and that does not surprise me. I figured that might be the case. Again, we'll talk with Ann Nesheim from the Recreation Commission and the Minot Park District about what's finishing up and what's coming up as far as Parks and Recreation in Minot as we head into the month of November and the winter months. You're listening to the Scotty K Show here live from the Spicy Pie here on this Wednesday night. We'll be back right after this.
Fire damage, Agent Fred Iyer. From burnt to unburnt, he does that.
Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden french fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Well, welcome back here to the Spicy Pie as we continue. Again, we got football interviews coming up with 3 playoff head coaches. Also, Matt Merkin will join us tonight. We'll talk a little Minot State men's basketball as their season is started and the regular season just around the corner. Hey, one other note on that 3-class basketball proposal I talked about. Again, it has reached its 60% approval. And now the proposal will go to the North Dakota High School Activities Association. I promise that we will get somebody regarding that proposal on the next couple of weeks to talk about it. But joining us right now from the Minot Park District is Ann Nesheim. She is the Recreation Coordinator for the Park District and the Recreation Department. And just thought it'd be nice to have Ann on and talk a little bit about what's finishing up as far as Parks and Recs and what is starting to gear up. How you doing?
Good. I'm doing good tonight.
Good. Talk a little bit about what some of the things that are just starting to finish up as we head to more, I guess, colder weather down the road.
Yeah, we've got 4th and 5th grade girls volleyball that's finishing up this Saturday.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And
okay.
Our adult fall volleyball program has got just one more night left, and then we'll gear up for all the winter sports.
All right, and one thing we do want to let people know, and I saw the post on Facebook today that the Service Valley Golf Course their final day of playing golf out there will be on Sunday, but you guys want to remind people that you're going to have golf all winter because you got the 301 Club, the golf simulator, and I know that you guys are excited about that, and now that you've been through 1 year, I think you've got some ideas of how you want to maybe enhance it a little bit as you go into year number 2.
Yeah, we've got all kinds of ideas. We're running a special. If you play golf at Surus this weekend, you're going to get a little pass for 50% off your first time in the first month at the golf simulator. We've got a discount for Veterans Day. We've got 2 bays there, and they're going to start being open on our regular winter hours on Tuesday, November 1st. So they'll be open 8 to 10 during the week, 10 to 6 on Saturday, and noon to 8 on Sundays.
All right, and so again, if you want to do that, and the one thing you got to say about the golf simulators, and I know they're becoming more and more popular across the country, but this is for anybody. I mean, if there's somebody that only plays once or twice a year and just wants to get out in the wintertime and hit a golf ball or hit a golf club, this is for novices and people that play golf every day.
Yeah, it really is, and we also, kids are welcome, so any age is welcome up there. We're going to do something with the Senior Coalition this winter, so any age, any skill level, and the price is really reasonable. It's just $30 an hour. So.
Okay. And you can get all the information. You can even book your tee times. Just go online to minaparks.com, and it'll take you right through it, or you can call the office, that sort of thing. Okay, let's talk about what's coming up for youth activities. You're finishing up some programs, but you've got a ton of stuff you're going to be doing over the next into the winter months and into the new year.
Yeah, we've just gotten into one thing we're really excited about. It's only our second year doing this. We've got some archery classes at the auditorium. So we just started that, and on Tuesdays and Thursday evenings, we've got kids and adult archery classes. We've got a great instructor, so we're really excited about that. We're taking registration right now for adult winter volleyball, 4th and 5th grade boys basketball, adult basketball. We've got all kinds of stuff. I also want to mention, too, that at our Roosevelt pool, if you ever go by there, we've got a new pool liner that's just finishing up going in there. South Hill Complex, if you go by there, we've got our new building going up there.
That is amazing. I keep driving by there every week, and then I see Thor Nelson putting on updates on Facebook. That is state of the art. That is number one, and I'll tell you what. Once that is done, I know that you guys host the Class B state softball tournament this spring. I'll tell you what. Thanks to Shields, you guys did not scrimp on that facility.
No, not at all. We're really excited about it. We think we're going to have the premier fast pitch facility in the state.
All right, I was on the website today going through some things, just trying to get some thoughts into my head. There is so much that is offered now. Not that you guys didn't do it in the past through the Recreation Commission, but the things you can find to do in the city of Minot, if your kids are bored over the holidays, coming up with Christmas and Thanksgiving, don't tell me you can't find something for your kids to do, because you got all kinds of things going on.
Yeah, we've got Nerf events coming up. We've got movie skates out at the Mesa. We've got all kinds of things all the time. If you follow us at minotparks.com, you can always find something to do.
And a little bit about Fun Zone. That's something I think you started a year or two ago. Kind of talk a little bit about that, because that's kind of a fun things for maybe not the school-age kids, but maybe some of those younger kids.
Yeah, starting our season will start November 29th. It's for 10 and under. And Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays from 9 to noon, you can bring your little kids into the Armory at the auditorium. They've got to be accompanied by a parent, but they come and they play. We set up bouncy castles, we have games, we have balls, we have coloring, all kinds of different stuff, and it's all free.
One question I get from several people, and I know you guys go through the school district with information, that sort of thing, but I had somebody new to town that asked me, I got a 5th grade kid and wants to play a little basketball, but we're new to town. They don't have a lot of friends. they could still call you guys, and you will try to find a team for them, won't you?
Yeah, if they don't get in at their school, and we have homeschool kids that do
Exactly.
that. Or even at schools where they don't have enough kids to put a team together. Some of the smaller schools don't always have enough kids for their own team. We try to get them combined with other schools. We'll always help a kid find a team to play on.
Hey, Ann, I want to ask you another question, because something that you tried to start at the golf course last year. You know, I know you've had some cross-country skiing in the past, that sort of thing, but you've tried to add some things. And I know that there's a program you added last year. You didn't know how it was going to work out, but it worked out big time, didn't it?
Yeah, we've got a bunch of inner tubes that were donated to us, and so now we do a sliding hill out at Souris where we have inner tubes. You can rent them real cheap and bring your family out there and do some inner tubing at the golf course, which was very popular last year, and I anticipate it being the same this year.
Well, and I know we got 2 sheets of ice at the Mesa. We've got some ice that will be out at the All Seasons Arena State Fair Center, but it wouldn't be North Dakota in the winter if you didn't have outdoor skating. I know that is just around the corner as well.
Yeah, we open like the second week of December. We will open our warming houses, weather permitting, obviously. But
Yeah.
and then we run that all the way through. We've been doing it through the end of February the last couple of years. We'll go as long as we can keep ice. So there'll be warming houses open at Polaris, at Municipal, at Perkett, at Roosevelt. So all over town, hopefully within, you know, even walking distance for kids to get to one or the other.
You know, and that's a thing I want to say, because a lot of people said with the sheets of ice we have inside now, why would a kid or somebody want to go outside to skate? But I would think with having your outdoor rinks that kids are still participating in that, and that's why you still have them.
Oh, for sure. There's just something about being outside, even when it's snowing, you know, feeling the weather. If you live in North Dakota, you know, you have a appreciation for the weather here, and it's still fun to do things outside.
As you get older, you don't have as much appreciation as I used. But no, I think it's great what you guys are doing. Are you looking for people, part-time help for the winter months?
Yes, I'm glad you asked that. We're always looking for people. We're looking for people out at the Mesa Arena. We're looking for a couple warming house supervisors for outside for the skating rinks. Just all over the Park District, we can always use employees. So if you are interested, please go online and apply at MinotParks.com. All
right, we've talked about a lot of different things that are going on for youth and adults. But again, you guys are still involved in the Minot City Auditorium, and I know you got a tournament starting there tomorrow, the District 12 Girls Volleyball Tournament. But that facility will be used throughout the winter, won't it?
Yeah, that facility, we're honestly always busy. You know, it's kind of deceptive. You go by, there's not many cars, but there are always people in there renting that and doing one thing or another in there. And we're really excited to host the District 12 and Region 6 girls volleyball again this year. And then also basketball, boys and girls basketball tournaments too.
And you know what I like about it, you'll come back next spring and you'll have some basketball tournaments from the area. But the other thing that you guys have tried to do over the years, and this is a kudos to outlying schools that will call you and say, hey, can we do a 4-game deal at the auditorium, or can we do a double hitter, and that sort of thing. Just to utilize that. And here's the thing, showcase the auditorium, because it's one heck of a basketball venue.
It is. It's great, and we love when people do those little tournaments over the weekends. And even our second gym, the Armory, has now got an awesome wood basketball floor in that can be used for a lot of different things, including basketball tournaments. So it's great.
All right, for anything adult or youth that you're looking to get the kids or you want to get involved in, you can go to the website. You can call the rec department. You can call the Park District. You can stop in. They'll help you out and get you in the right direction.
Yeah, we'd love to involve you in as many things as possible, so don't hesitate to call us or go online and check out everything we have to offer.
And thank you, and I know we'll talk down the road.
Okay, thanks, Scott.
All right, that's Ann Nischheim from the Minot Park District Recreation Commission with all the different activities that are going on at the Park District. We'll come back. We'll talk some playoff football. I don't know exactly where we're going to go here, but we will come back and talk some playoff football as Quarterfinals are just around the block. We're back right after this.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
Looking for a great place to take the family? Choose Spicy Pie. They offer a wide variety of menu items the whole family can enjoy, including jumbo slices, 18-inch pies, grinders, wings, tacos, salads, flatbread, and even desserts. Join them for Taco Thursday with discounts on all Mexican items, including $1.50 tacos. Enjoy their Epic 14 football season special. Get any one topping 18-inch pie for only $14 with promo code EPIC14. Dine in or carry out, bringing New York-style pizza to the North Dakota prairie. Spicy Pie, 1100 North Broadway in Beaver Ridge on Minot's North Hill.
Carson, timeout.
Who calls a timeout in this game?
Me, I'm icing the kicker.
Really?
It'll give us more time to talk about First Western Bank and Trust,
Like our convenient online banking.
along with smart trust service options.
We're all about hometown service with bankers that know you and the community.
Okay, go ahead and kick.
I don't believe this.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Well, welcome back here to the Scotty K Show here live from the Spicy Pie on this Wednesday night. Thank you for joining us. And as we mentioned at the top of the show, a lot of playoff football to talk about here tonight as quarterfinal action in all four divisions of the high school playoffs, AA, A, B, and 9-man coming up. We're going to talk a little 11B right now as we have quarterfinals coming up. First of all, it'll be Central Cass at Kindred. Shiloh Christian will play at Beulah Oaks at Hillsboro Central Valley. And the game that you can hear right here on the PSP network coming up, starting with a 1:30 pregame on Saturday. It'll be Dickinson Trinity, 9-1 on the year. They will battle the number 2 ranked Velva Garrison Drake Animus of Aggies, who are the number 1 team from Region 3. They're also the number 2 ranked team in the state of North Dakota. And joining me via phone right now, and hope everything is set up the right way, is Larry Sandy, the head coach of Velva. Larry, thank you for joining us tonight.
Hey, Scott. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, let's talk, before we're going to talk playoff football, I have to go back, and I did not preface this with you before we went on, because, Larry, you've been around the high school football scene for a lot of years, and I just want to publicly take the opportunity now to congratulate you on the fact that Velva decided that, you know what, you've been around so long, you're a fossil, that they needed to name something after you. But what an honor for you to have the field out at Velva, the football field at Velva, be named in your honor. I know you're not in it for the accolades, but boy, you got to feel pretty special about that.
Well, yeah, it is. I do appreciate the gesture that everybody's put forth here, and you know, it helps reflect for myself and my family the amount of time and effort that we put into the community, and and it's reciprocated. It turned around. We've also taken a lot from the community, and it's been a win-win for us all.
Hey, let's talk playoff football. You come off a win over Bowman County in the first round last week. You got another Region 4 team coming in here that must be pretty good, and I understand that they are a pretty good football in Dickinson Trinity on Saturday. Kind of give me your perspective, what you've seen on film, and what kind of game we might expect on Saturday.
Well, I guess the Trinity Ball Club is a very good ball club. They were the number 2 rated team for quite a while throughout the year until they lost a region game to Beulah. But a very, very good ball club. They got a lot of speed on the team and their skilled positions, and they're a team that's been putting up a lot of points, and they have multiple ways of scoring, whether it be through the air or on the ground. A lot of different ways to attack you, and that's definitely gonna create some headaches for our defense. But we're hoping to get ourselves prepared well and be able to match that. And that's playoff football. If you want to be the best, you're going to have to beat the best. And this is a program that we're not unfamiliar with. We ran into them 2 years ago, been in the same scenario in the quarterfinal round, and actually I played them during the regular season a few years ago also because of a couple of COVID canceled out games.
Right.
Put them on the regular schedule. So I think two programs that are very familiar with each other, and we see them in the summertime down at the Dickinson State Camp, and I don't think there's a whole lot of secrets between the two ball clubs.
Hey, I'm going to talk to you and I'll ask you this question. I think I know what the answer, because I think I probably asked it in several interviews over the years, Larry. But you coming in at 10-0, you're probably on paper is favored to win this football game. Does this put any pressure, especially this year, on your young football team?
Had a hard time understanding your question there, Scott. But
what I'm asking you, Larry, is with you being 10-0, I know you've got some senior leadership, but being 10-0, you got a lot of young kids that play a lot of minutes for you. Are you worried? What do you tell your kids, and do you worry about your kids putting too much pressure on their backs because they're 10-0 and probably expected to win this game?
Well, I guess at this point, our skill positions were what we might call young, but they're very experienced. Majority of them are sophomores, but they're very, very talented, and I think composure shouldn't be a problem for us. I guess playoff football, as any football game, is first and foremost going to be probably decided by what kind of battles you win up front, and we feel very comfortable with the guys that we got up there right now on our offensive and defensive line. I think we've been getting better each and every game. We've been able to stay healthy, which is always a key. Built a little bit of depth at those positions, and the better that those kids can play, execute the schematics, win the battles, that's going to give those skilled players better looks and better opportunities. And that's where the games are won or lost, I guess. And they're going to be looking at trying to do the same thing, win the battles and give their skills those opportunities to do the things that they do well.
Larry, I got the chance to broadcast your Bishop Ryan game, and during the regular season, I got an opportunity to watch your team. Offensively, yeah, you're going to probably rely on the run a little bit more than you will the pass, but your quarterback is a kid that can do it both with his arms with his arm and his legs.
Yeah, Ben is a pretty good all-around quarterback. He's got the ability to obviously run fairly well, but he kind of stands out in his ability to throw the ball. A kid that's first and foremost just a very dedicated and hard-working athlete, and he 2 years ago as an 8th grader, we're sitting in the same situation. I mean, he was our backup quarterback for a very good team that made it to the semifinals that year. So, we know that Ben's going to be there for us, and he's going to be consistent in what he's doing all year long. It's been about 12 completions a game, probably out about 16 and 17, 18 attempts. His percentage is high. He puts the ball in the spot where it needs to be, makes the right reads. And then the ability that a lot of these quarterbacks can bring when things break down, the ability to scramble, and that's something that is hard for defense to defend against when these kids can break, contain, and start gaining and taking what might have been a negative play and turn it into a positive play. And Ben has all those aspects of his game for such young athletes.
One last question I got to ask you, because I'm not going to ask the cliche question that's always asked, what are the keys? Because we all know what the keys are. You want to have more points at the end of the game than they do to move on to the semifinals. But Larry, I take it, and people talk to me, because I've been in the business for 40 plus years, they say, why do you stay in it? I can just, I can listen and hear it in your voice. You still have the fire. It's like you're just starting out as a football coach.
Well, Scotty, yeah. I think, it's been a very good run for myself and my family here at Delva. Blessed, especially this year, with just an outstanding coaching staff. Coach Weidler's been here for, I guess, I don't even know now, 10, 12 years, something like that. And he came back to college out of Minot State. He took the job here in Delva, turned a lot of things over to Coach Weidler, and he's just done a super job in maintaining and our program and just making things go better. And we've got our defense playing really well right now. With the emergency co-ops that we had with Drake this year, we picked up a couple coaches and obviously some players there. And the emergency co-op last year with Garrison, again, we were able to pick up another coach. So between our high school and junior high programs, we've got a really, really well qualified coaching staff that has definitely been able to make my job a lot easier, and maybe ability to relax a little bit once in a while and let these guys do what they do best.
All right, Larry, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for joining us. Good luck. The PSP will be down there 1:30 pregame. Trinity and Velva, Garrison, Drake, Animus. Quarterfinals of the 11B. Go Aggies, and hopefully maybe talk to you next week before your semifinal matchup. All right, that was Larry Sandy, and I'm sorry we had a little technical difficulty at the end, but we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back, talk 9-man football. I have both coaches that will be involved in the playoffs from the area with me. We'll do that right after this. Spicy Pie, a great place to take the family out for lunch or dinner. Spicy Pie is much more than jumbo pizza slices. They offer a wide variety of menu items, including grinders, wings, tacos, salads, flatbreads, and even desserts. And remember, you can try any of your favorite toppings on a gluten-friendly 10-inch crust. Dine in or carry out. A new pizza creation added to the menu every month. Bringing New York-style pizza to the North Dakota Prairie. Spicy Pie, 1100 North Broadway in Beaver Ridge on Minot's North Hill. Looking for a great place to take the family? Choose Spicy Pie. They offer a wide variety of menu items the whole family can enjoy, including jumbo slices, 18-inch pies, grinders, wings, tacos, salads, flatbread, and even desserts. Join them for Taco Thursday with discounts on all Mexican items, including $1.50 tacos. Enjoy their Epic 14 football season special. Get any one topping 18-inch pie for only $14 with promo code EPIC14. Dine in or carry out, bringing New York-style pizza to the North Dakota Prairie. Spicy Pie, 1100 North Broadway in Beaver Ridge on Minot's North Hill. Well, welcome back here to the Scotty K Show, live from the Spicy Pie, the 11B playoffs. We talked about them. Now we're going to talk about the 9B playoffs. We have quarterfinals coming up this Saturday at 2 o'clock, Surrey and we'll talk to their head coach, Connor Hill, here in just a bit. They will play at the number 1 and defending state champions, Lemoore Litchfield Marion, on Saturday. It'll be Mayport CG at Cavalier. Grant County Flasher will play at New Salem Almont. New Salem Almont is the overall number 2 seed. And the West Hope Newburgh Glenburn Sioux, 7-3 on the year, out of will travel on the road. Is that in Rolla Lane?
Rolette.
Okay, that's in Rolette. They will take on the number 3 seed, as voted on by the coaches, is the number 5 seed in the media poll. The North Prairie, I think they're the Cougars, if I'm not mistaken. And Lane joins us. And Lane, this has become an old hat for you and I, as this is the 3rd straight week, but I don't think you mind coming and talking with me on a Wednesday night, as long as, because you know what? If you don't win, you're probably not coming back.
Yep, it's exciting for our boys to be in this opportunity, and we always appreciate what PSP does in our area, and glad to help out anytime.
All right, we got to talk about last week. You went and avenged a regular season loss to a region foe in Divide County. It went down to the last 21 seconds. You scored to go up 70-66. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the final score was 70-66. Their earlier matchup was like 52-46. And you told me last week, Coach, that if we give up 52 again, we're not going to win. But I guess you found a way to get it done, didn't you?
Yeah, it turned out to be very similar to the first time, and it was whoever had the ball last was able to win. We scored with 21 seconds left, and we were able to get an interception there to finish it off. But obviously, as a defensive guy, that's not the type of game you want to be in. But, it was a fun game to play in. Our boys never flinched. And, we battled back and forth the entire game, and our kids just never stopped believing, and they were able to pull it off at the end.
All right, you got a team coming up, but another team that you lost to earlier in the season, and this was way back. I think it was first game of the year. North Prairie, the Cougars, undefeated on the year, but they beat you 58-26. I would think when I look at that score and I look at your score against Divide County, pretty much you could probably mirror what you said last week.
Yeah, it's, North Prairie is a very good football team. Their quarterback is really, really good. They have an offensive lineman that is already signed at NDSU. They're very physical, and they have athletes all across the board. With us playing them the first game of the year, it was kind of an eye-opener for us. We had a lot of freshmen and sophomores making their first varsity start, and they were kind of shell-shocked a little bit. But now with 10 games under their belt, we're excited for the challenge to go to North Prairie. We're excited for the opportunity to win a game and advance to the semifinals, but we know we're going to have to play extremely well.
Well, the thing about it is, and I hate to say this, but it might be the same thing as last week was. It might be who has the ball last.
Yep, and if it comes down to that, we've been battle-tested with that.
Yeah, exactly.
So if it comes down to that, I know our boys won't be intimidated by that situation. They, like I said, with the Divide, they never flinched, and that's a credit to what type of boys we have, how bad they want it. North Prairie, I'll say it again this week, we give up over 50, we're not going to win. But we got to be a little bit more sound defensively. We got to make the tackles when we are in the position to make tackles. The last time we played North Prairie, we had 38 missed tackles, and we will not be able to do that this time if we want to win.
Hey, talk about your team and how you approach it this week, because again, people are going to say on paper you're the underdog, they don't have a chance, they're not going to win. I guess you use the same philosophy you and Coach Lee used last week.
Yeah, our boys, we always think we can beat everybody, and if you don't think you can beat a team, why even get off the bus? And so our boys believe we can win. We think we have a good game plan going up into North Prairie. We know we're going to have to play extremely well to beat an extremely well-coached physical football team, but I know our boys are excited. They're ready for the challenge, and West Hope Newburgh Glenburn, when we've made runs in the playoffs, we have embraced the underdog role, and it's something that we have no pressure on us. We're going to go up there and try to win.
Are they different than Divide County is offensive?
Well, I mean, Divide runs the double wing, which you don't really see at all year long. North Prairie spreads it out, but they run the ball more than Divide does. So their quarterback is an extremely athletic quarterback. He reminds me of a lot of our quarterback. Very athletic in space. Tries to make you miss, and usually he's very successful at that. And then they have a very good running back in the backfield that will get the tough yards, but also is able to run away from you. So, I mean, their offenses are different formation-wise, but they do a lot of the same things, just in different they just get to it in a different way.
All right. Weather looks great. For the end of October, we can't be asking for any better weather than we're going to have on Saturday.
No, it's supposed to be a high of 60 and no wind. You're playing Halloween weekend and you don't have snow on the ground. I think all of us North Dakotans are excited about that. But it is what it is. If it's 60, we'll be ready to play. If it's negative 20, we'll be ready to play. We're just excited for the opportunity to go there and hopefully can make a little bit more noise here in the playoffs.
And I think the West Hope, Newburgh, Glenburn, Sioux will travel good on Saturday to Roulette, won't they?
Yeah, we had a great crowd in Divide. Expect it to probably be even a little bit bigger right now. Every time you advance in the playoffs, things get a little bit more exciting. People that don't usually come to the games will come to the games. So expect it to be a relatively close game. It's only 70 miles from West Hope. So, I expect both sides to have a huge crowd. It should be a really fun atmosphere, and it's just an exciting time for our boys to have this opportunity.
Hey, by the way, you don't mind being road warriors, do you?
No, we've kind of embraced it, and we're used to traveling. We had to go east all those years with the 11 when we were 11-man. And we went out to Divide County, and I'll tell you what, I think it's been since 2003. West Hope, Newburgh, WNG had never beat them out there. West Hope, Newburgh, I believe, beat them in 2003. It's a tough place to win, and our boys were locked in, ready to go. Expect the same thing. We're kind of following the same itinerary going out there. We just pushed things back a little bit, but we're excited for the opportunity, and I know our boys won't be too big of a moment for them, and that's exciting because I think earlier in the year some of the bigger games we played in were.
Hey, Lane, I wish you the best of luck. Hey, you win this one, you're in the Final Four. And you know what? A lot of people probably at the beginning of the year said they don't have a chance to be a Final Four team in North Dakota. But, hey, you're that close. You're one game away.
Yep, and that's exciting. We talk all year long about where we want to end up. And it's you look at it like a mountain. You just got to keep climbing one step at a time and put yourself in an opportunity at the end to make some plays, and anything can happen. So we're excited.
All right. Hey, good luck on Saturday. Hopefully we can talk to you again next Wednesday night.
I appreciate it, Scotty. Thank you.
That is Lane Flair, the head coach of the West Hope, Newburgh, Glenburn, Sioux. We're going to not take a break here. Connor Hill, the head coach of the Surrey Mustangs, who are also in the 9-man semifinals. They're 7-3 on the year. They've got a long road trip they have to take, but I don't think, Connor, I would think that you don't, you'd love to be playing that thing at home in Surrey, but I don't think you're minding that you have to jump on a bus and travel a long distance because you know what? You're still playing high school football in North Dakota in late October.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what you want to be doing here this time of year is just keep playing week by week.
Hey, Connor, congratulations. I think people looked at going into the quarterfinals, into the second round last week. Surrey has no chance to win that ball game, but they don't play them on paper, and it's postseason football.
Right.
Don't look at the records. Yeah, you're going to go against an undefeated team, but you know what? You beat one heck of a good football team last week as well.
Yeah, we did. That's definitely now a motivator. I think now we just kind of think, we're nobody expected us to be here, so we're just kind of playing loose, having fun, kind of playing with house money right now.
And you're kind of Cinderella team.
Yeah.
When people look at the brackets right now, and I just talked to Lane Fleur from West Hope, Newburgh, Glenburn, they might be the second Cinderella, still in the playoff. So is that good for your kids? Because you don't have to worry about them putting too much pressure on themselves.
Yeah, I think that definitely helps. Just the idea, that nobody believes that we can win. So I think, we'll be able to play loose. We've been practicing loose all week this week. Last week, same thing, going into that St. John game. Nobody expected us to win, so we were loose. We were just ready to play. We were prepared and, had a little bit of fun on Saturday.
The Lobos, they're very talented.
They are.
They're the defending state champions. I don't know when the last time they lost a football game. And we watched them in the state basketball tournament last year here in at the Dome. Some very, very good athletes. Tell me a little bit about what kind of headaches and nightmares that they can create offensively.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, they're athletic. I actually came up from that region. I was actually in Wishick last year. So I'm pretty familiar with quite a few of those guys. Just watching them play basketball, coach baseball against them down there, and they just have so many athletes. I mean, Tate Mart, great baseball player, great basketball player, even better football player. Their quarterback Anthony Hansen, super talented too. Just kid that can sling the ball around. And Colton Ness, their tight end, just a big body, blocks well, catches the ball.
Connor, what do you see from them offensively? I remember back, and I know they've got some new kids and new positions this year, but they kind of they might be more run-oriented, but they also will sling it around if they have to.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I think, they go in and out of their I formation and their shotgun sets. And I think they do really like to establish that run game and then, hit you in the pass when you least expect it.
All right, let's talk about the Surrey Mustangs. What can we expect? What do you want to do? Or let me ask you, offensively, what do you need to have to do to be successful?
I think, we're gonna want to, establish the run game. We're gonna want to, control the clock a little bit. Make sure that we control the ball. Make sure that their athletes can't get the ball in space as much as they want offensively. So I think, just controlling the clock, running the ball.
You being a first-year head coach here at Surrey, they were a playoff team a year ago, so you probably knew a little bit about what they had, that sort of thing. But I would think that you, from the beginning of the year to where you're at right now, you've seen a lot of kids come a long way in a short period of time.
Yeah, we definitely have. And I don't want to discredit Mark Kennedy at all. Mark's done Yeah, Mark has done a great job with those boys. So me stepping in this year, it's been a blessing, man. Just those guys are able to, they're good athletes. And they do take practice seriously every week. Just getting better every day.
Hey, I want to ask you, and I know you probably have had some discussions with your kids as you prepare for this game, but on Saturday at whatever time in the afternoon, that last little talk, because once you send them out to the field, it's all on them. I mean, you can talk to your ears or until the river dries up, and it wouldn't make any difference once they get out in the field. Connor, are you a type of coach that are going to say, hey, go and embrace this opportunity, win, lose, or draw? It's not going to be the end of your life.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think, like we were saying earlier, we're playing with house money right now, so I think we're just going to be loose. We're going to be ready to go. Win or lose, nobody thought we were going to be here, so that's just an accomplishment in itself.
So you hope there's some more house money out there?
Yeah, I really do. Keep hitting, man. Just keep going.
And that's the thing about it is the thing I think is interesting in what you said is your kids have no pressure on them. Nobody expects them to even be in the game come Saturday afternoon. But you know what? Just go play loosey-goosey. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, right. I think some of the guys have been kind of throwing the motto around shock the state this week, and I think that's kind of what we're playing for right now. And Surrey's never been to a semifinal game, so I think that's another motivator this week is, try and set, a little bit of school history and just go out and play our butts off.
Hey, Connor, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah,
Good
no
luck. And you know what? There might be a chance I'm sitting here again next week giving you a call on Monday to come on and talk about a semifinal matchup.
Hey, yeah, I hope so.
Hey, thanks a lot, Connor, and Welcome to the Magic City, and glad I got to meet you. I didn't really had to go through your AD, my good friend Kurt Aspic, to find out, okay, who's coaching out in Surrey this year? So, hey, I appreciate for taking time, and I know you'd take the time again next Wednesday night to come back.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for having me.
All right, that's Connor Hill, the head coach. Spicy Pie needs to be your only stop for the best in pizza, grinders, wings, tacos, salads, flatbread, and even desserts. They offer several specials throughout the week, including their Epic 14 football season special. Get any one topping 18-inch pie for just $14 with promo code EPIC14. Dine in or carry out. If you're looking for a place to watch your favorite sports team, Spicy Pie is the place with lots of TVs to watch the game. Dine in or carry out and kid-friendly, bringing New York-style pizza to the North Dakota Prairie. Spicy Pie, 1100 North Broadway in Beaver Ridge on Minot's North Hill.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Welcome back here to the Scotty K Show again. We touched upon it at the top of the show, but do want to let people know who probably have not seen the story. Most people probably have, but it was leaked this morning from various media outlets that the 3-class basketball proposal in North Dakota has reached its 60% approval from the general membership. What that means is now the general membership will be submitted, or that proposal will be submitted to the North Dakota High School Activities Association Board of Directors in the next 2 weeks. Then they will vote on it, and if accepted and approved, that 3-class basketball proposal that we talked about a couple of weeks ago here on our show would go into effect in the 23-24 season, which would be next year. And there are media reports, and I did not confirm that from anybody involved with the focus group, but media reports indicated that no private schools voted in favor of that, and that might raise some eyebrows with some people. It doesn't with me. I figured the private schools would vote in no with them. I know I've talked to some of their administrators, that sort of thing. They'll go with whatever goes, but it doesn't surprise me that no private schools voted in favor. Speaking of that, and that's why I talked a little bit about basketball right there. We are in the mode to talk a little basketball. I know we got a lot of football and volleyball going on in the state of North Dakota over the next 3 weeks or so, but you know what? High school basketball season is a little bit on the horizon, but college basketball is here. And boy, it's been a long time. It seems, Matt, that I haven't talked to you in probably 3 years. No, it hasn't been that. But it just seems like that.
You missed me. You missed me that much.
Exactly. Matt Merkin joins me, the head coach of the Minot State University men, in starting his 11th year as the head coach of Minot State. And you've had a chance to see your kids in competition against other competition. You had an opportunity to go up to Canada earlier this year, what they call an international tour. Played 4 exhibition games up there, losing twice to Regina and then beating University of Winnipeg twice. And then you kind of opened up your season with an exhibition game last week at home with an impressive win over Dickinson State, 83-52. Real season will start here in about a week and a half. But again, to get 5 games against different competition and getting to play a rival team that you used to play a lot in the NDCAC in Dickinson, it's been fun for you to have a chance to analyze the kids coming back and your newcomers.
Whole lot of positives. Wow, exciting news as far as the 3-class system.
Yep.
I just, as a basketball fan, and as a person who's been an educator for, involved in education for my entire life, I'm all in favor of opportunity. I don't, I understand that fine line as well, but I'm all in favor of opportunity for kids as much as possible. And I remember my state tournament, in the state I grew up in, we had 4 classes. We had about 5 times the population probably of North Dakota, but 4 classes, and playing in a state tournament is something I'll never forget. And the more people they get to do that, I think the better. So that's just my little quick thing on that. I'm excited for it. Minot needs to host the Class B boys every year.
Exactly.
Is the other thing I'd be excited about. I think most people. So throwing that out there. Don't at me, as they say. But
yeah. No, I
go ahead.
I know what you say.
But yeah, awesome experience to take our guys up to Canada. The greatest thing about that, we got 6 days of practice. We almost got to have like an NBA type training camp, 6 days in the summer. I've always been jealous of football. They get to start practice before school. Get our guys back, team building, hang out, new guys. I'm so excited to talk about our team.
And we will here in a bit.
Yeah, I mean, we had so take our team. We have Max Cody will be playing professionally in Australia. It sounds like he will be on the same team as Tyler Rudolph.
Really?
That will be signing here shortly a contract and potentially playing again overseas again. And then Melvin Newbern is playing professionally in Malta.
Wow.
And basically he's making a little money while living on a beach on an island in the Mediterranean. Not a bad gig. Eli Cave from our team last year is playing professionally in Portugal. And Cody Dwyer had the most offers of any of them, being a big man, and chose to start his media career and his marketing career in Chicago. So 3 of the guys from last year are playing somewhere. 4 guys scored over 1,000 points, all that stuff. They're gone. We've got new guys. Yep. I love my new guys. I love my old guys. Our new guys, super excited. We got the extra practices. We got everybody got a chance to play. We dressed. We took 12 up to Canada. We would only dress 9 each game. We just kind of randomly picked who would play. So if you went and you dressed, you gotta play. 15 minutes each game at least. And it was so good for us to have some film, and really it jump-started our improvement. And then we played Dickinson State, the Doug Jagger game.
Right.
Awesome deal. If people don't know, what a cool legacy Doug has left behind, and Brad, his son, continues on with a Minot State alum that had a great impact on our campus, and then also moved to Dickinson and had a great impact in their community, and continues to do so on a endowed scholarship for both of our basketball teams, where young men can come and play college basketball and not have to pay the full cost of attendance. Just continuing to make a difference. So what a great story, and we play that game every year. And now that we're not playing conference games, it's earlier and it's an exhibition game, but still very cool. We got a pitcher, myself, Coach Selvig.
I saw that.
Ben Bowl, and then one of their young men that's actually from Saskatchewan. That's their best player is the Doug Jagger Award winner. Ben is ours. Cool deal. Awesome event. We played great that night. We learned a lot. We're way better than we were when we went up to Canada. We were able to have that film and break it down. So what an experience. Man, I'm a football fan too right now. So the high school playoffs, I'm in are full go, and obviously college football. So a lot of awesome stuff going on right now. So excited to talk to you about all that stuff.
Well, Matt, I want to ask you. I was going to start talking about your team this year, but I want to take you back to that. I want to take you back to that 4-game trip you took to Canada, because a lot of teams don't get that opportunity, and it's maybe a once-in-many-year opportunity you get. And you had enough time after you came back from that 4 games to really sit down and break it down, probably as a team and as individuals.
Right. This is just if you're a college athletic fan of any sort, it's really cool to kind of learn some of these things. Here's a little bit behind the scenes. Basically, anybody who's not in season. So us now, well, we're in season now, but us in the fall,
right?
Wrestling in the fall, football in the spring. For the most part, you only get 4 hours of athletics with your team. So 4 hours of practice a week, man, it's like about the time you get going, it's done. So we have 4 hours. But every 4 years in the NCAA, you can make what's called an international trip if you're a college basketball team. We were scheduled to go. We had a meeting. The guys are fired up. It's Wednesday, and they're leaving for spring break after that, and they're fired up. We're going to Australia. Our guys worked a bunch, raised all this money. And Wednesday night, all the NBA games got canceled. This is 2 years ago. And Thursday, all the college, the Big 12, the Big East tournament, the Big 10 got canceled. That was the start of COVID. Obviously, that was out, so we didn't have it. We didn't get to go to Australia. We had some funds left that our guys have raised through some different things that they did. We wanted to do it. There's some things going on. We couldn't go to Australia, but we were able to go to Canada. We get the extra practices, the team building, all that stuff. You get the film. And then you can practice, we get 6 extra practices, roughly two hours and maybe an hour of film. So 3 hours a day for 6 days, that's 18 hours. We get the 4 games, let's say that's 2 hours for 4 days. That's basically 26 hours of getting better. And the way the preseason rules are, that's 7 weeks of preseason, with that 4 hours a week almost. So we're 7 weeks potentially ahead. It was a great year for us. We have new coaches. Coach Herbst moved up to North Dakotas with the Fighting Sioux. Great assistant coach. I've got great assistant coaches now. Cole Edwards back, played at DLB. Has been a great addition to our staff. H. Hendrickson played at Fargo Davies, the first class to graduate from Fargo Davies. His dad played at Minot State. He's got family in the area. Great coaching staff, but young guys, they needed the experience. It's been good for them and then good for our newcomers as well. So just let us jumpstart the season in a big way.
All right, let's talk about your basketball team. I was doing some prep work today, looking through, saw a lot of familiar names on the list, but I also saw some really new names. You returned a large blend of veteran players, but you've got a lot of newcomers.
This is really cool too. If you're a person who enjoys college, just college athletics as a whole, COVID, whatever you think about it, it's whatever. But it messed up college athletics.
And not just basketball.
And I don't want to get going on all that, but people got another year, this and that. So we've got some sophomores right now who are in their sophomores basketball as their 4th year of college. Mason Hedberg from Bishop Ryan, Ben Bowl from Bishop Ryan. Sophomores for us. So they redshirted, then it was COVID. They got that year back, so then they're 3rd year freshmen, now they're 4th year sophomores. Ben has been a starter for us. He's a captain, unbelievable player for us, one of our better guys, rock solid. Mason is continuing to be on that cusp of getting out there and playing for us. Unbelievable human beings, both of them. I mean, the type of guys why you want to coach college sports, to have people that make a difference in their community. All in as far as Beaver Athletics, all in as far as Minot State University. Then we've got Easton Larson coming off an ACL, 3rd year freshman. How crazy is that? Jackson Gunville, 3rd year sophomore.
Wow.
For him, Jackson was our 6th man last year. He may start this year. He may be a 6th man again. Did not shoot enough threes. That's probably my fault to qualify in the national leaders, but actually shot the best percentage of anybody in the conference. 55% from three last year for Jackson. He's been great for us. Very much improved as a playmaker and as a passer. He's our version of Steph Curry. For those of you that love basketball, shoot it deep and make plays off the bounce. So those are kind of our local guys. And then you add in a young man. We've got a 7'2" kid. Out of Minnesota. He's going to play professional basketball someday.
So he's taller than you, Coach?
He can literally dunk it, hold the rim, and touch his toes on the ground after he does it. Come a long way.
Wow.
Really kid that's got better and better. He's been sitting there. He's a third-year freshman because of redshirt and COVID as well. Got some stuff to do, got some work to do, but he's doing it, and he's been getting out there. And those guys that came back for their 6th year that I mentioned earlier that are back kept these guys on the bench for a while. And we're far from a done deal. We got a lot of work to do, but it was fun to see those guys out there and working. And then Roman Shrema from he's got some family in town here, some relatives from Fargo Shanley. Started at center for us, came to Minot State as a walk-on. How cool is that? Has since earned some scholarship money. Hard-working kid. He's super exciting. Plays his absolute tail off. If you want to come watch a kid play hard, watch the kid from Shanley that moved up here. Started at center. Probably the heart and soul of our team along with Ben as far as hardworking guys. So we've got local guys playing. How awesome is that? We've got Cam Dunphy that's from Colorado to be a third-year starter for us. That he's got a number of records in the Minot State record book already. And then, we've got that's most of our returners. We've got Drew Pearson who played at DLB. I think he put up like 44 in the dome for DLB in the regional tournament one. You probably called that game.
I did that one.
He can get it going. Drew is one of our seniors, walk on, played at BSC for 2 years, came here, loves being a Beaver, love this kid's story.
And he knows his role.
Oh my gosh, he's also a heart and soul of our team. Drew is there. We've got a cool story, a guy, Eduardo Fioroto from Brazil that came up here. His academy in Brazil, his coach used to be an assistant here. He's up here, wanted the opportunity. Super involved in our campus. So we've got a lot of guys coming back. And then we got a bunch of new guys too. And we're not sure what's going to happen yet. Probably the guy that maybe people have seen play in the Dome before at the B and at either the Dale Brown or the Hoopster or both. Last year, Trey Brandt, his dad played here. Trey from Beulah. Holy cow, has he come on the last month. We're not sure how much he'll play. He's going to be a good one for the Beavs down the road for sure. And then we've got a freshman, an Australian freshman, and another freshman from Minnesota that are super exciting, and 4 junior college transfers. 2 from Wahpeton that played
from Wahpeton.
NDSCS.
You have one there from Dawson.
One from Dawson, Mondat guys.
Yep.
And then one from Trinidad State College out in Colorado that's a Milwaukee kid. And I can't be happier about the guys and just how awesome of kids they are. So fun to watch. We're way more athletic and I'll just say it, we're way better defensively than we've been the last few years. That's on me as a coach. I don't know about the offensive side. We were in the top 10 in all kinds of stuff last year nationally, 3-point percentage, field goal percentage overall, assist turnovers, least turnovers, all that stuff. But we can guard a little better this year, and hopefully that'll spur us on to another good season. We've had a couple good ones in a row now. We need to make a third one. I'm not sure where we're at, but I love coaching our team every day, I'll tell you that.
Matt, I got to ask you this question because I go back to the COVID year and just things got blown up, and then we had all these changes that came, and not just college basketball, but in college athletics overall, with the transfer portal and all the stuff that went on.
A lot of stuff. A lot of changes.
My question to you is, as you come in, I know you played 25 games last year. I know it felt like it was a full season, but are we back to the point where we might be back to our, and we're probably never going to go back to the normal that we had before COVID, but are we finding ourselves a new normal?
I mean, you sure hope we are, don't you? I mean,
I hope so.
The stuff that, whatever your opinion is, and I don't want to, I mean, there's been some, there's been a lot of people that I know that have been sick and dealt with things within their families, and I pray for those people and all that stuff. But there was, you can go a lot of ways with this.
No, and I'm not trying to put you in a corner here.
You can't you can't take away opportunity for people because of what might happen, in my opinion. And I want to give a lot of credit to our leadership and to Dr. Shirley down the road from Minot State University that we did. There's NCAA teams that canceled their entire season 2 years ago. I mean, it's unbelievable that happened to me. You can do things, and we were able to play most of a season, and I sure hope it's back to business as usual. It sure seems like it, that we can be smart about things and we can take care of our kids if they are sick, of course, and be smart and make smart decisions, and all that stuff. But still, athletics is I love it. I'm a college coach. My heart and soul goes into it every day. I love what I see. I literally will watch things, and see a story and tear up and get choked up because of the impact that you can have in communities and on young people and the lessons that you can learn. And we had what we call, this is an inside the Minot State basketball program look. We have what we call Suit Day. It's about a week ago. Our guys dress up. They wear whatever they have on campus. The nicest thing is suit, tie, shirt, tie, whatever they have. We dress up as coaches. We do an interview. It's a practice interview for our guys. Some of them have never been in that situation before. It's basically a basketball interview. When they talk about what they bring to our program, and some of them talk about what they can do as far as on the court, but almost all of them talk about the impact that they can make at Minot State in our community, the kids they see when we're in the schools that we go to on a weekly basis, the people that they feel like that they can impact, and why they love being a Beaver basketball player and a part of Minot State. If you sat in those meetings, like I almost tear up every year. One of them will talk about how much it means and how it's changed and what they've learned. And it's just our athletics is such a powerful thing to unite people and teach life lessons. I can't, if you're looking to hire somebody, hire one of the guys in my program, man. They will work for you. They are loyal. They will work their butts off. They do not know how to quit. I'm telling, that's my advertisement here. Find a Beaver basketball player or athlete and hire them at in Minot, because especially all of our guys, but our local kids, man, does it ever mean something for them to be a Beaver? Right. And do they really care? I mean, you can't imagine. I know sometimes people don't see that, and the score looks like this from this team lost or that, but like the things that how much they care about Minot. I mean, I just love it, and especially a guy who's in my 11th year here now, and is it means a lot to me. It really does.
Matt, and I'm gonna go on just a bit on a personal note. I've been in this business for 40 plus years, and I've been around, and I might tear up here right now. I've been around Minot State. Shucks, I was the voice of the Beavers for how many years?
A long time, man. Before I got here, we miss you, by the way.
And the thing about it is sometimes I look at it as I got older in the business, that sometimes I forgot why those kids are here in the first place. They're student athletes.
Oh yeah.
But the reason they're at Minot State or at any university is because they're student athletes. It's not because I can go to but there's athletes are looking for, and sometimes but as I've gotten older, the point is to come to the point. I've gotten older, and I look at it now, and I see these kids after college. The perspective's there now. Yeah. It's not so much about, 10 years ago, who knows what your team's record was?
Right.
But guess what? You're successful. You got a family. You got kids. You're chasing kids.
We've come a long ways as a program.
My perspective changed a lot in the last 10 years.
We've come a long ways as a program. From I was here for the jump to D2, and there's been some losses, and I've grown a lot as a coach. But our guys, when they come back in town now, they stop by. Thomas Korf was here last week, talking about what can I do to help the guy. He talked to our team. What can I do to help our team moving forward? They stop in. They check in. They care. They care about the young people that we have now that are playing for us, and what can I do to leave a legacy? So it's special. It really is. It's we're in a great league. There's a lot of challenges, but I want to talk across.
There's a lot of good teams too.
I want to talk across the board for the programs that we have at Minot State, because the the young people I'm the only one who's been here the whole time we've been D2,
right?
As far as coaches, and the young people we have now, you can say this or that about the records of some of the teams, and and that's fine. But the young people we have in our program right now are as good of people as they've been and investors as they've been, in a long time or since I've been here. So I have a ton of respect for every program we have, and what the coaches are doing is bigger than football or volleyball or soccer or basketball or whatever it might be. So, yeah.
And Matt, I look at that now because I'm a little bit on the outside looking in. But I still follow Minot State University and their programs, and people say to me, "Can they win?" Well, it's not all about winning. It's about being great people.
Well, we're gonna.
And this is what I agree with you.
We're gonna win this year again. After the last two in men's basketball, I'm gonna tell you.
You always want to. I mean, that's your goal as a coach. You want to win. You want to win every time you go out, but sometimes it doesn't happen. But the point I'm making is that we got to understand that these are student athletes who you as a coach and a mentor are trying to prepare them for life after college, after maybe a pro stint, but down the road, 15, 20 years.
Correct. Absolutely, and that's the fun part of being a college coach, and I've been a high school coach as well.
I know.
And you're always trying to prepare everybody for the next step in their life and how to be a little greater and all that stuff. And but like I said, we've had 2 good years in a row now, and I'll say that we haven't had a great year, and I'm really hungry to have a great year, and I'm really hungry to see us win a championship, and we're putting everything we've got into that, and I can't wait to kick off in about 2 weeks right now.
The thing I was going to say to you is the guy I enjoy you on Twitter. But the guy I enjoy on Twitter is you. Are you as funny as Coach Brandt, Coach Mike Brandt, the head coach of the women? Are you as funny? No. You're not going to go do any of that stuff, are you?
No, man. No.
And I will have Coach Brandt on.
You got to have him on. You got to ask him. You got to ask him about some of that stuff.
Oh my God! That is some of that stuff. I just sit and giggle for minutes.
Oh man!
Some of the stuff he does, and he's doing great things with the Minot State women's program, and we'll have him on down the stretch. I'll let him defend himself. That sort of thing.
What do you have for football? You probably already talked about this, but who are you calling this weekend? You got
I'm not doing a football game, but PSP has a couple games or 3 games. We're doing one on Friday. We're going to do the West Fargo Mandan game.
Okay.
And then Nick Holberg will be in Fargo to do the Shanley Minot High game.
Okay.
And then on Saturday, we're going to do a couple other divisions. We got Dickens at Trinity and Velva Garrison, Drake Animus. And then, what was the other one? Oh, Grant County Flasher and New Salem Almond. Okay. It's just been a great opportunity for PSP, and we've done it. And I'll tell you what, I'll pat ourselves in the back. Not so much. I didn't do a lot of football this year because of some other things, but boy, it's been fun to be around. Fun, and I know how excited you get about not just Class B basketball or Class A basketball in North Dakota, but high school athletics on a whole.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just been such a big part of my life. But going out on a Friday night to watch I love going to watch high school sports.
Yep.
We have, Chelsea and I have little kids now, so not out as much. But, and a little bit more of the Beaver athletics now. But, man, it's fun to check in and see the scores. And, I love, we've had a number of kids on campus to visit Minot State that would be pretty well-known names in the state of North Dakota from other sports besides basketball that are also really good basketball players. I can't say any specific names.
No, I understand that.
But it is so fun to watch their scores in football, when they're racking up some big numbers or this and that, and just kind of see the highlights and that sort of thing. So there's nothing better than, as a college coach, I'm a basketball coach. I love seeing people that play multiple sports and get out there and just loving to compete and loving to win and loving to represent their school, with whatever jersey they've got on. So,
all right, you got upcoming. You open the regular season coming up November 11th and 12th.
traveled to Warrensburg, Missouri for the Central Missouri Tournament. You get a couple games there.
Yep.
Give you another opportunity to watch your kids and evaluate them against real competition. And I shouldn't say not real, but they count. I mean, they're in a count in the record.
Yep.
And it'll be an exciting trip to take and try to create some chemistry and that sort of thing with your team for about 3 days down in Missouri.
Yep, 2 D2 teams that we play down there that are solid teams to kick it off. So that'll be certainly a challenge against Central Missouri and East Central out of the MIAA and the GAC conference. So we'll go play that tournament early and then come home. I think we open, is it the 17th?
17th, you open against Presentation, and then that Saturday you got MSU Billings.
So that
in
week
town.
we've got 17th and 19th, get to play at home. Please come out and watch us if you have opportunity. It'll be fun. We've got a fun team to watch. A lot of people mentioned that after our Dickinson State game, how much they enjoyed it. And then
you open the NSIC on the road at
Mary. I'll say their name.
Yeah.
Play down at Mary.
Well, I can do that now.
Out at right at Thanksgiving week, and then out to Colorado for Thanksgiving with the team, and we'll do Thanksgiving dinner. That's one thing people, I don't think I've had a Thanksgiving off in about 25 years now. So it's just how it is as college basketball coach or player.
Yep.
Thanksgiving with the team every year. See, sometimes you weigh in the morning. Started when I was a player. You weigh in the morning, right after practice, and then you go to wherever coach is cooking that turkey, and you see who can gain the most weight between potatoes and stuffing. It's a contest. You can try to gain about 7-8 pounds if you really get after those mashed. You got to eat the heavy stuff, not the light stuff.
Exactly.
You want to win the weigh-in contest.
Hey, Matt, I want to ask one last question. You guys were picked 11th overall, and I know it's the coaches' poll, preseason poll, 5th in the North. Duluth was picked to win the overall in the North Division title. Is Duluth the team to win or to beat?
They're really good. Last year, Duluth was ranked, and they took it to us at their place, and we beat them here when they were number 6 in the country. And then Northern was ranked for a while, and we took it to them here, and they beat us on the road. And Moorhead had been on and off ranked, and we actually beat them at their place, and then they beat us here. So the top 3 teams we beat last year we're tied it for second till the last week, and we ended up 4th. We slipped to 4th. We were 3rd the year before. You know what? We weren't picked 3rd or 4th either of those years. And we will. Well, they pick us where they pick us, right? So
everybody gets a vote.
But I feel like I love it. I wish I would have picked us lower. So I think most years we finished well above where we've been picked. But we'll see where we end up. I'm super excited. I love our team this year, as I do most years. But just excited to get going. We've been great in practice. We had a great practice today. We'll have a good one tomorrow. Open practice tomorrow. I don't know if anybody wants to stop by the Dome. Open practice. We'll have a bunch of high school coaches. We've got 7 or 8 high school coaches coming over. Their teams are invited as well. If you're a high school coach and you want to come to the Dome, we're open practice in the Dome 3:45 tomorrow till 5:15. Stop by. Anybody. Fans, coaches, whatever, stop by open practice. And then we're doing question and answer afterwards. You can talk to the coaches, you can talk to the players, open to anybody. We're going to hand out schedule posters, whatever. Tomorrow in the Dome.
If there's a coach that isn't, somebody that wants to stop by that isn't coach, but he's got to play, does he put it on a piece of paper for you, Coach?
Absolutely. Bring it on a notepad. Bring it on a paper. We're going to do our practice, and then we're going to talk afterwards, and I'm going to collect them. If there's one I like, I give you my word. I will run that play.
And if it doesn't work, I'll come find you.
I gotta like it though. You gotta show some creativity in that. But tomorrow, 3:45 in the Dome. Stop by, everybody. Come on over.
Hey, let's still be strangers. It's been fun tonight.
It's been a lot of fun. Thanks, Scotty. I appreciate it. Good
Matt,
to see you, man.
and we'll have you back as we get closer to the start of the regular season, the conference season. Matt Merkin, the head coach of the Minot State men's basketball team. Again, they'll start their season, the regular season, on the road, but their home opener is Thursday, November 17th, which happens to be my mom's birthday. And they'll play an afternoon game that day. Well, it was on the schedules at 12:30.
We're hoping it's going to be an afternoon.
Okay.
Well, we'll see. We're trying to get some local schools out and give the kids a chance to come watch us play. Is the reasoning behind that? So, but we'll update you on the game time. We'll update you on the game time.
Hey, thanks a lot, Matt.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you down the road.
Thanks.
All right, we're going to take one last quick break on here because we've gone a long time tonight. We'll come back. We'll wrap it up here. Scotty K Show live from the Spicy Pie right after this.
Spicy Pie needs to be your only stop for the best in pizza, grinders, wings, tacos, salads, flatbread, and even desserts. They offer several specials throughout the week, including their Epic 14 football season special. Get any one topping 18-inch pie for just $14 with promo code EPIC14. Dine in or carry out. If you're looking for a place to watch your favorite sports team, Spicy Pie is the place with lots of TVs to watch the game. Dine in or carry out and kid-friendly, bringing New York-style pizza to the North Dakota Prairie. Spicy Pie, 1100 North Broadway in Beaver Ridge on Minot's North Hill.
Welcome back here. One final break here on the Scotty K Show. Just remember, we have a bunch of high school football coming up. We're going to do some District 12 volleyball from the auditorium tomorrow here in the PSP network. We also have 4 football games we're doing this weekend, 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday. Let's see. The Friday games, Minot High at Fargo Shanley. Nick Hallberg will have the game here in the PSP network, 5:30 pregame, 6 o'clock kickoff from Fargo. Also, Mandan will play host to West Fargo, 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff here in the PSP network. Then Saturday, a couple of games, both 2 o'clock starts, 1:30 pregames in the PSP network. We will be in New Salem as New Salem Almont will take on Grant County. That'll be 1:30, and then a 1:30 pregame, 2 o'clock kickoff. Dickinson Trinity at Belva Garrison Drake Animus. Let's go through the AA playoffs for Friday night. It'll be West Fargo Cheyenne playing host to Bismarck Century. Fargo Davies on the road at Bismarck Legacy. West Fargo on the road at Mandan, and number 6 Minot High at Fargo Shanley. In 11A, it's number 8 Dickinson on the road at Fargo South. Number 5 Fargo North at number 4 Valley City. Number 7 Grand Forks Central will play at Jamestown, and number 6 Wahpeton at Grand Forks Red River. In the 11B, Saturday's schedule, 1 o'clock start, Kindred, the number 1 team in the state, number 1 seed, and defending champions. They will play host to Central Cass. Also, Beulah, the number 4 seed, will play host to Shiloh Christian, Belva Garrison Drake Animus. Against Trinity, again, 2 o'clock start, 1:30 in the PSP network. And Hillsboro Central Valley will play at home against Oaks. And the 9B, Saturday schedule has Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion against Surrey. Cavalier hosting Mayport CJ. New Salem Almont hosting Grant County Flasher and West Hope Newburgh Glenburn on the road at North Prairie. Also, the District 12 volleyball tournament that's coming up starting at the City Auditorium tomorrow. Let's give you the first round pairings real quick here. Coming up tomorrow, I did have them right here. The number 1 seed is Ari Deemers. I got to find that other sheet of paper. There we go. Yeah, that one won't work either. Okay, District 12. Quarterfinals start tomorrow. Ari Deemers, number 1 seed against Mulhall Lansford. Sherwood, number 4 seed, Surrey Sawyer against South Prairie. The number 2 seed, Bishop Ryan against Berthold. Delax Burlington, number 3 seed, will take on Glenburn. Loser out in semifinals for that District 12 volleyball tournament on Friday, and the region qualifiers and title next Monday. District 11 at Drake will also start tomorrow in the area. Botno receives a bye as the number 1 seed. It'll be Newburgh West Hope against Velva tomorrow. In quarterfinal action, Rugby and Towner Granville Upham and Drake Animus and Nedros. Again, their loser out semis are on Friday with the region qualifiers and title on Monday. Thank you for joining us. Thank to all the coaches that participated here tonight. Couldn't do it without you. And again, the final thing I want to Address, if you haven't heard, the 3-class basketball proposal in North Dakota has reached their 60% approval rating. The proposal now will be submitted to the North Dakota High School Activities Association Board of Directors in the next 2 weeks. If accepted and approved by the board, that new 3-class system will go into effect in the 23-24 season. Thank you for joining us. Thanks to Nick Hallberg and all of you who have taken this in tonight. It was a lot of fun. We'll still talk. We'll talk some women's basketball. We've got swimming to talk about. We've got wrestling and hockey to talk about. It's going to be a fun winter. Thank you for joining us here on the Scotty K Show, live from the Spicy Pie. We'll talk to you again next week.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
Spicy Pie, a great place to take the family out for lunch or dinner. Spicy Pie is much more than jumbo pizza slices. They offer a wide variety of menu items, including grinders, wings, tacos, salads, flatbreads, and even desserts. And remember, you can try any of your favorite toppings on a gluten-friendly 10-inch crust. Dine in or carry out. A new pizza creation added to the menu every month. Bringing New York-style pizza to the North Dakota Prairie. Spicy Pie, 1100 North Broadway in Beaver Ridge on Minot's North Hill.
What you're witnessing actually happens. This is a sad story about bad math.
Bad math?
Does your online company include mounting?
You can't beat the online pricing.
When you add the mounting, the shipping, and all the extras, it's just simple math. We guarantee the lowest prices. Our Plus plan is simply better, a less expensive way to buy tires. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.